Have you tried everything under the sun? Treatments, topicals, medication, and you just feel like nothing is working for you? Well, I have definitely been there. I have struggled with acne since high school, and it only got more severe when I left college. And there was a point when I thought my skin would never get better, but I didn't want to do anything like Accutane, and I was just feeling really defeated. But 3 years later, I have now cleared my skin so much. If you are struggling with acne and you want to know my tips on how to clear your skin naturally, then just keep on watching. Disclaimer, when I say naturally, I don't mean not using any skincare or topical medication. I just mean like nothing like Accutane. I do take some supplements, but again, Accutane free is what I mean. Just to paint a picture, I have always struggled with acne ever since high school. When, you hit lovely puberty, I started breaking out quite a bit. It was a lot more mild to moderate acne. I really got a good handle of it later in high school and also going into college. I never really struggled with severe acne in college. You can see some of these clips here. It was there and I did suffer with breakouts, but it didn't intensify until I got out of college and started working my first job. When I started working my first job, I was really in a weird mental place. It was exciting, but also stressful. And I was also having a long commute. My acne started to slowly intensify as the months kept going on, as I kept working. And as this acne intensified, I was trying everything under the sun. I had already been trying everything, but I went in on skincare. I tried everything from clindamycin. I was trying Proactive, and then it also even led me to trying Curology, which just, if you guys haven't seen that video, I will link it up here for more details, but Curology really just intensified my breakout. The purging was insane. At one point, it wasn't even a purging period anymore, and it just did not make my skin any better. It felt like I was just putting it on for the sake of putting it on, and I was seeing absolutely no results. My skin just was so inflamed and irritated. My texture, it was even just looking back at photos and videos of my hyperpigmentation and my texture, I can't believe how far my skin has come because it was so bad and it was just really weighing heavy on my mental health. I just had never felt so ugly and it was so hard. I even had like friends and family asking like, what is wrong with your skin? Like, are you trying new things? Like, what is going on? And I just could not pinpoint it. It was also during this time that I was suffering with my gut health, and I have always struggled with gut health for my whole life. I would always go into a ball and my stomach would hurt no matter what I would eat, and I just thought that was normal and that was everyone. I'd be constipated. I would talk to my boyfriend, now husband, and he was like, that is not normal, girl. So I really struggled with gut health. So I feel like it was just a mix of everything just leading to my bad skin. It was stress, it was my gut health, my skincare wasn't as on point as it is now, and it was just getting really intense. Curology was really my low point, and I just felt like something had to change. It was a hard time in life in general. I wasn't happy. And I feel like your mental state when you have acne, it just contributes almost to the perpetual cycle of breakout, not clearing, and just insane. I will do a video more on how stress affects acne. If you guys are interested in that, let me know in the comments below. And I feel like that first year when you are coming out of college, I feel like it's just, you're lost. I mean, I feel like that's just par for the course in your 20s. I know it can be so discouraging when you're in it, when you have that skin that just will not clear. You are trying everything. You're spending so much money. I spent so much money on various amount of products that were just not working, and it was so discouraging. At some point I was like, I'm never gonna be one of those people who has clear skin. That is just not my life path. That is not my journey, and it still makes me emotional. I just thought I was just one of those people who was gonna suffer with acne forever, but it does get better, and you just gotta take the baby steps at a time. When you have anxiety, stress, the cortisol levels, that just great recipe for intensifying your acne. Once I stopped Curology, looking into other ways I can do skincare, I was also trying every skincare tool, those microcurrent frequencies. I love that tool now, just to be clear, but I was not super consistent with it at first. Butane for me was never a question. I was so resistant to it, still am, and I just figured I need to try everything in order to take my skin into my own hands. And for whatever reason, I didn't go to a dermatologist. I wasn't against against it, but I don't know if my insurance at the time, I don't know why I didn't go to a dermatologist, but I just wanted to really take this journey into my own hands and see if I could do it first. But again, consult professionals. Another disclaimer, I'm not a dermatologist, I'm not an esthetician. This is just what worked for me. My skin didn't change until I made 3 basically lifestyle changes. The first thing in regards to skincare, I started getting really deep into the ingredients of skincare, what actually helps with acne, what causes acne, what different ingredients do. I would watch like Beauty Within and Skincare with Hyram just to see how I can take control of my skin and what am I doing wrong. I was always taught when I was in high school, you dry out that pimple and you don't add any oils, moisturizer with the devil, and avoid it like the plague, or else, because with oily skin, it's gonna cause you to break out more. That is furthest from the truth, by the way. My skin didn't really start to change until I added more hydrating and calming ingredients into my skincare. When I started adding those in addition to some of these exfoliants, that's when I started noticing the biggest change and the biggest turnaround in my skin. Not only was it breaking out, but it was definitely a damaged skin barrier, like the redness, again, the hyperpigmentation that was just left behind. It was a mess. So I really needed to pack in those hydrating ingredients for my skin. But here are some of the holy grail products that I could recommend to you guys that really helped me and that have stuck with me on this journey. Now, obviously, I love continuing to try new products and new formulations and how ingredients work with each other, but also I have some tried and true hydrating ingredients I added, and just more calming exfoliants is what was one of the biggest game changers for me. I remember adding the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow PHA BHA Pore Tight Toner. PHA is a more gentle exfoliant. It's almost like a gentle AHA on the top surface of the skin, and then BHA gets deep into the pores. This is so gentle on the skin, and I love that it adds the hydration and exfoliating properties. I have gone through bottles of these. It is still one of my favorites to this day. And I remember when I was going on my clear skin journey, this was a game changer for me. This is one of the products that really had me look into adding more hydration because it was working for my skin, but also still having the exfoliating properties. So to this day, I love products that combine exfoliating properties and hydration. It's just, my skin loves it. And Glow Recipe in general has been a just tried and true for me. Adding in things like the avocado ceramide recovery serum, this really helped calm my skin. I discovered I love things that have centella in it. This has allantonin, which really helps to calm the skin, reduce inflammation and redness. Since my skin was so oily and so acne prone, I didn't want anything too heavy. I have loved the watermelon pink juice moisturizer for years. It is so lightweight, but any gel moisturizer you can really get away with, and my skin loves it. This one from Jumisu is really good, and then also the Monday Born, the 7, such a good moisturizer. My oily skin, 10 out of 10. Speaking of centella and Monday Born, another tried and true favorite has been the Source Toner by Monday Born. This is one of the best hydrating toner essences I have ever tried. This has truly changed my skin. They had a post on their Instagram. They put this on a burn mark, and the healing it does, insane. So this adds such great hydration. There's like 79% Centella Asiatica extract in this. I've tried the Purito toner, I've tried some other K-beauty toners, and this is my favorite, especially just how milky it is. It is a beautiful toner. It's been a game changer for my skin, a holy grail. So if I can only recommend these two, especially if you need more hydration and more calming ingredients in your skincare, because a lot of times you could be also just working with a damaged skin barrier, and that's also making you break out and making your acne worse. The Tower 28 SOS spray, I thought this was just gonna be water in a spray bottle. It is not. I don't know what magic is in this. I love it. I know there's probably a cheaper alternative. I haven't tried it. I think it's on Amazon that you can find it. We'll report back once I do, but I just cannot get enough of this. I think it's everything to me. I love using this when I travel. It really calms my skin when it is irritated, and then you can't miss out on your treatments. I definitely tried a lot of retinols in my time. I love the Drunk Elephant retinol. That really helped with my texture, especially when I had such inflamed skin. That is one of the few things that help with my texture and help with my breakouts, and I haven't found a retinol that I like more than that. I do like the Youth to the People one, and the Shani Jordan one was good, but again, I don't know if it's just a placebo or if it was just because it was the first retinol I tried, but that one to me had worked the best for my skin. In terms of face washes, the Holy Frog Shasta AHA, the Toshmoo cleanser, that is one of my favorite calming cleansers ever. Love Holy Frog. Those were super huge game changers for me. The the Pharmacy Honeymoon Glow is to this day my favorite AHA serum out there that helped me so much with my skin texture. I love how much it helped me with my acne. When I went and saw an esthetician back in the day, she said that glycolic worked really well for my skin. She would always put glycolic, and I love glycolic, but I also wanted to dip into some of the less harsh acids like lactic acid and mandelic acid. For mandelic, I love the Selfless by Hyrum mandelic acid. There's just so many good things, and a common theme is just taking control of what you're putting on your skin and maybe scaling it back a little. Like, I was hitting it with high percentages of AHAs and BHAs and absolutely no calming ingredients, but it wasn't until I started scaling back the percentages of those and also adding in doubling the hydrating and calming ingredients is when I saw the biggest difference. And of course, you can't forget your sunscreen. One of my favorites is the Summer Fridays. I love the Kinship one as well, and I loved that because it was also made for acne skin. It was just a little thicker. I love a thinner sunscreen personally, but that one was really good. And the last thing I started doing, which I didn't do before, was double cleansing. In college, I was just a makeup wipe girl, take it off and then I would wash my face, but it really changed when I started using a oil cleansing balm, and then I would wash my face after that. I went traveling a couple of weeks ago and I forgot my cleansing balm, and so I just had to use my cleanser. I think I used a makeup towel and then just the cleanser, and my skin broke out instantly, like within 2 days. So besides adding in those skincare ingredients, I also started adding in later on when I started to take control of my gut health, different supplements as well as eating right, and I feel like my gut health has changed significantly. I rarely go in those little balls anymore. You may have to try a lot of things or a couple of different things, and it's gonna take some time. None of these solutions were overnight. Even adding in great skincare and hydrating skincare, these take time. Skincare in general takes time, which is sort of the hard part. You're just kind of waiting for that breakthrough to happen, but it is so worth it at the end. And you can see as I started making these changes how much my skin was clearing up over time. I love makeup and I loved applying it. Like 2020, you know, everyone was staying home, everyone wasn't wearing makeup. I was getting more control of my skin, and I was at a different job, and then that job also started getting stressful. So I have learned that my acne, when it gets really, really severe, is when it is stress related acne. That is my body's response to stress, like outwardly, not really. I remember I wasn't wearing makeup for like months and I was still breaking out. So it was also just kind of a reminder to me, I'm not saying makeup helps your skin, obviously, but it's not the sole cause of acne either, because I put nothing on and was just doing just skincare and my skin still went bonkers. So still do makeup and do what you love, because you may just be breaking out anyway. And that has been such a journey just to see what I intuitively need mentally, physically when it comes to my skin, and just maybe what I need to eat better. So learn what your triggers are, see what works for you, whether that's food, whether maybe it is stress, maybe it is your anxiety. I know it's much easier said than done to get control of mental health, get control of your skin, but any little step that you can take, I think is so worth it. I truly have never felt better. My body feels better. My skin is the best it has ever looked in years, and it is possible. So this video is also just serving as a reminder, and I hope as an inspiration to you guys, because it can also be very lonely, and especially when you feel like you don't have anyone that is suffering with acne around you and everyone else just has this perfect skin and you're like, but why me? If you guys want me to go in depth on anything else, let me know. If you haven't seen my gut health video, I go more in depth here on the supplements I took and also what I look for on the back of ingredients list. And if you are interested, you could see my full Curology journey, proactive journey, and just how bad my skin was and kind of my journey with those two. And I also have a whole skincare playlist of different recommendations and things that have worked for me. That's why I'm so passionate about helping you guys not only clear your skin, but hopefully help you on your wellness journey as well, because it truly does come full circle. I never thought it would. I was like, this could never be me, but somehow it slowly is turning into be me. Still struggle. I have acne prone skin. It is still a journey, but again, it is much easier to maintain now that I got a system down. Be sure to like this video, and I will see you in the next video or in one of these, depending on which playlist you choose.